Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Water Rise contract in Kanab Creek. For this contract you do need to have a sideboard truck, so we're going to be using the Tuz Action because we need to haul two hydro monitoring systems. And those are going to be put down, one right here, and the second one is going to be installed right over here. So I also brought with me a set of anchors and jack screws for emergency purposes, just in case there are problems. I also brought with me an extra canister of fuel in the sideboard, so let's begin. So we're going to be departing from the north outpost here, and we're going to be making our way up onto these little plateaus. So we're going to go ahead and cross this little cacti field here. And once we get across that, we're going to climb up onto this little plateau here. And we're going to go right around these two trees. And we're going to go across the plateau here. And we're going to make our way down the other side. Once we made it over here, we're going to make our way past these rocks here. Climb on up onto this little other plateau. And from here, we're going to go to the left to go around the back side of these trees. Once we get around the trees, we're going to make our way back over to the path. Once we make it over here, we're going to climb down the little rock ledge here. Make our way up, and then there's going to be a little path here we're going to follow. It's going to go down to the right, and then we're going to head down to the left here. And we're going to go across this bridge. If you haven't built this bridge yet, it is 75 spare parts to build the bridge. So I've already got it built, so we're going to go ahead and just make our way across the bridge. Once we get over here, we're going to head all the way to the left towards this big rock and make our way across this crack in the ground. And from here, we're going to just kind of make our way over this crack here. And then we're going to go to the left, go around this little rock ledge. And from here, we're going to go down between these two rock ledges. There's a nice truck-sized gap that we can go through. And we're going to do the same thing over here. There's another little climb that we can go down. So we can go right down there. And once we get down here, we're going to immediately go to the left here and head down towards these trees by the riverbed. Once we made it down here, we're going to go right in the middle of the trees. And that's going to get us to this spot where we can get down into the water itself. So now we're going to go ahead and just drive down the river over to our installation point for our first hydro monitoring system. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and install that. Alright, from here we're going to go ahead and get turned around. Once we get turned around, we're going to go back for that spot we used to get into the water to climb back up. And from here, we're going to turn ourselves around and go up the ledge on the right side of the river here. So we're going to go ahead and make our way up this ridge and then up to the second level here. Alright, once we've made it up here, we're going to go ahead and follow this ridge to the end, and then we're going to jump down here. And we're just going to go right around the riverbank here. Just go right around these trees, and then we're going to go ahead and head on into the river here and make our way across. So we're going to use this tree branch to pull us across here. Alright, once we are across, we're going to climb our way up the middle here. And we're going to go ahead and make our way past the radio tower. And from here, we're going to make our way into this little mini canyon in between the rocks. Once we head over this way, we're going to go right in between the trees here and make our way down to this lower level. Once we made it down here, we're going to go to the right and find a nice path down. And from here, we're going to go past this little shelter here and make our way right in between these big rocks. And from here, we're going to go ahead and make our way over to the river. And we're going to go ahead and just make our way across the river here. Once we made it across the river, we're going to make our way up the side of this cliff using the left-hand side here. And this will allow us to kind of avoid these big rock ledges. Once we make it up here, we're going to go to the right. And that's going to give us another path up on the left here, right between these rocks. And once we make it to the top, we're going to swing around to the right. And we're going to go ahead and follow this path here for a little bit. Once we've made it over here, we're going to make our way down using this little gap. Once we make it to the bottom, we're going to swing the truck around and go right in between this little crevice here. Alright, once we get through here, we're going to dip down into the water. And we're going to go ahead and just make our way down river to our second installation point. And here we are. We're going to go ahead and install the second hydro monitoring system. And there you have it. That is Water Rise complete. This does not reward any upgrades or anything like that, just some cash and map completions. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.